my skin is.
Brother Bosch, a lot of people ain't hear this track. I'm gonna give it to them again. You think that the world is ending? I say it's a new beginning. Paper chasing is religious. Like it costs to pay attention, man. If you talking, you gon' miss. Study law, signs, and symbols. Youngest picking up a pistol. Message messing with his mental, man. Welcome to cold-blooded killing. Drug dealing, low-income living. Demons dwell all in their spirits. You feel my pain in these lyrics, man. It's for God if you listen. Place protection on these children. Knowledge only cures the ignorant. The prison system is a business, man. Where I'm from, your friends turn to foes. They letting that money control. They mind and they spirit, no soul, no. Ain't no love but no people, just go now. And it's out of control. Pray for your seat, tell them, try to get old. Hug them and kiss them, they walk to the store, cause this might be the time you won't see them no more. Let me bring you close. Young and thuggin', bustin', rushin', loving, nothing, cussin'. Disrespect his mother, mind frame bloody, background muddy, going through his thing. Still gotta love him, tell mama cousin, wasn't loving cousin. Disrespect the mother, scheming on her cousin, mind frame bloody, background muddy, going through his thing. Still gotta love him. Let's go, Lowe's. You sleep don't mean open your eyes. That means baby, open your mind. That TV be controlling your mind. Thinking man being on man is just fine. No, understand propaganda design. In your lane mean you stay in your line. Body language gon' speak every time. Look a man in his eyes, see he lying. Baby girl be on fleek, she so fine. Don't let beauty compete with your mind. Knowledge only gets better like wine. And your beauty gon' fade in due time, girl. This is your world. Hide all your diamonds, don't give away your pearls. Your baby father should never be poor, cause one snake in your garden can ruin your world. Listen, baby girl, you think that the world is ending? I say it's a new beginning. Paper chasing is religious. Like it costs to pay attention, man. If they talking, they gon' miss. Study law, signs, and symbols. Young and pissing up a pistol. Message messing with his mental, man. Welcome to cold-blooded killing. Drug dealing, low-income living. Demons dwell all in their spirit. You feel my pain in these lyrics, man. It's for God if you listen. Place protection on these children. Knowledge only cure the ignorant. The prison system is a business, man. Where I'm from, your friends on the fold. They letting that money control. They mind and they spirit, no soul, no. Ain't no love but no people, just go now. When it's out of control, pray for your seat, tell them, try to get old. Hug them and kiss them, they walk to the store, cause that might be the time you won't see them no more. Let me bring you close. Yeah. My nigga, welcome to the Block Blues. The Block Blues. My sister, welcome to the Block Blues. President, welcome to the Block Blues. I know you all got that Block Blues.
Oh, snaps. It's not working. What's going on, man? The power couple is not giving me any power. That's not a good look. Hold on. Let's get that fixed. All right, let's roll. I'll get to you in a second, Ron.
Let me talk to you. I don't wanna fight, I don't wanna argue. If we acknowledge the problem, then maybe we can solve it, babe. Ain't gotta speak, oh no, please don't bother. The pain's too deep between you and me, don't let it go no farther. I respect you like my mother, you love me like your father. We barely knew our parents, so that made our job much harder. By the blind, we both was brought up. No love is what they taught us. We reciprocate the hate we learned, and somehow they still fought us. All we needed was some tender love and care. A crowded room, don't be confused, ain't none there. They all we needed was some tender love and care. They want you around, but you feel love when you not there. Oh, it ain't ain't fair, you see. I promise I would never push you, never hit you. I will only love you. Promise that I got you, that I'm proving there can never be another. Promise that I got your back and we would never let each other struggle. I honor that you got my back 'cause you the brain and baby I'm the muscle, so I trust you. That's why I love you. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. Babe, that's why I trust you. That's why I love you. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. They call us the power couple. Shout out to others who left some things along the way, but not each other. Hey, my power couple. Straight from the struggle. You got my back 'cause you lost some things along the way, but not each other. They call us. You can put the house in your name. I can put the lights in my name. You can put the gas in your name. Put the layaway in my name. I can put the car in your name. Put the cable in my name. I pay it off with my change. Never wanna hear you complain. Yeah, now I respect you like my sister. You trust me like your brother. Our friends have separated, but we still ain't left each other. They talk down because they jealous. Move on is what they tell us. When the love is strong, get in your bone. It's known to be rebellious. All we needed was some tender love and care. You call on family, for some ain't none there. Say all we needed was some tender love and care. You got that love and respect, you keep it 'cause it's real. It ain't fair, you see. I promise I would never push you, never hit you, never disrespect you. Promise that if ever drama, I'm the one that's coming to protect you. Promise that I got your back, and if you ever feeling any pressure, I honor that you got my back 'cause we unstoppable when we together, so I trust you. That's why I love you. Yeah. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. Babe, that's why I trust you. That's why I love you. You keep the devil beneath your feet, but God above you. They call us the power couple. Shout out to others who left some things along the way, but not each other. Hey, my power couple. Straight from the struggle. They left some things along the way, but not each other. They call us the power. You can put the house in your name. I can put the lights in my name. You can put the gas in your name. Put the layaway in my name. I can put the car in your name. Put the cable in my name. I'll pay it off with my change. Never wanna hear you complain.
You are now tuned in to MYSKINISMYSIN radio. Shout out to Connie's son. Some dope ass music right there. What's good, fam? This is Jobs, and you are tuned in to MYSKINISMYSIN on Blog Talk Radio. From goons to gods, we welcome everyone. We only got one rule, and that's be respectful. We got the plug on the line. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's good, bro? What's going on?
Sure, I'm just chilling, man. You know, just chilling. Trying to see if we can actually get somebody interactive with the show tonight.
Yeah, man. Somebody, you know, hopefully somebody.
It's like we do all right. We do all right. You know, after the fact, but it would be dope to have people, you know, and it's crazy. Like I see it on Twitch, but I can never go after the fact and pull it up and like share it. Hold on one second. My bad. So I don't know what that's about, but shout out to whoever watches this on Twitch, because apparently so far we got 24 views on Twitch.
Hey, that's what's up. Shout out to Twitch.
That's right. That's what's up. MYSKINISMYSIN radio on Twitch, and I'm trying out this other new little program that it basically like will blast. Instead of me having to share it into X amount of groups, it'll do it for me, but it costs like $20 a month. And I don't know if you got to be the admin of the group for it to automatically share in that group, though. And I'm not an admin of enough groups necessarily to really justify it when my lazy ass can just do it.
We know plenty of admins, man. Plenty.
Yeah, well, I would have to be the admin, though.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, and I'm only the admin in a couple of groups. And I don't really be all like I talk a lot of shit on my page, but I don't really say much in too many groups. I know I can do better with that. Hell,
yo, I mean,
several groups.
You're a talkative guy, man. You could definitely pull it off.
I could, man, but I don't know why I don't. Anyway, and shout out to anybody that tunes in. If you tune in today, tomorrow, or in 1,000 years, and if you tune in 1,000 years, you are dope as fuck that you dug us up and realized how great we were. Share it with some people. I don't care what y'all speak in, what language or whatever. And if you put us in the museum, make me look dope. Look through the era of which I come from, and look at like the dopest ones in that era, and dress me like that. Anyway, just had to put that out there, bruh. Hey man, I think about that shit. My legacy, like what happens. Will I be, like a pharaoh getting dug up in 1,000 years?
Yeah, I feel you.
A regular person getting dug up in 1,000 years. You ain't got to be a super pharaoh or nothing. And shout out to Black Twitter, man. Don't ask me why. I just felt the need to play some of them some tweets from Black Twitter. But basically, what we're talking about today, man, is being an ex, or situations you've had with an ex, or how you resolved a relationship. Was it amicable? Were you mature about it? And if you were not mature about it, let us know. Talk to us. Don't call up and incriminate yourself. We definitely don't want you to do shit like that. But as usual, just keep it real with us. We'll keep it real with y'all, and we'll see where we can go from there. Shout out to Mako, Chester, and Chris. I don't know if y'all still watching, but I see y'all did actually tune in. And yeah, it does. We do got like 9 shares of the live stream already, so that's pretty dope. But it does it instantly, so I ain't really have to do shit. I mean, yes, it is lazy. Don't get me wrong. And I did share it in the All Black Everything group. So do me a favor, tag some people on the post that I shared it in there. And if you would like to call up, the number is 347-855-8692. And we typically don't really start talking about anything relevant for the first 15 minutes anyway. So you got time. Well, you got like 3 minutes to go get you a little something to drink, relax, put your feet up. Get your phone near you, call us. Don't call with a Bluetooth, though. That's it. For some reason, it just sounds shitty. But anyway.
It depends on the Bluetooth.
Does it?
Yeah, it really does. Like, I've done, like, hella shows with a Bluetooth. But I lost it. It was a really good one. And then I bought some shitty-ass Bluetooths, and nigga sound like he was in the deep end of the pool and shit. So it just depends. Buy quality Bluetooth.
All right. What Rome said. Hashtag riding with Rome. Shout out to Knowledge More, man. Where you at, man?
Knowledge, you gotta come back to Baltimore, bro. You gotta get back up.
Hashtag riding with Rome.
Yeah, big facts.
Shout out to LiberationMindedMedia.net. That's the family. That is Do the Knowledge Radio, Black Eye Stand, The Rundown with Renee, and My Skin is My Sin as well. So hit the website up, check it out. You might enjoy it, and if you don't, just keep scrolling. We love you too. Anyway, what's the most fucked up thing you have done that you that's legal to an ex?
Yo, for real, yeah, I don't really think I've done nothing, like, crazy. Like, for real, like,
I forgot who I'm talking to, bro. My bad, man. You the most interesting man in the universe. Dare I say, even in the newest galaxy they have discovered. What is the worst thing that an ex has done to you that was legal?
Yo, I ain't never really had those, like, experiences. I guess get put on child support.
Oh, man. I have been hit by a car, bro.
Yo, like, I haven't really had those experiences, bro. Like, it ain't never been nothing that a woman did to me that even stuck with me for real. Like, damn, like, that shit was crazy. Like the story I told you earlier, like, but I didn't really care, though. I didn't care nothing about that.
Yeah, but that's a hell of a story, though, bro. It just is.
Like, yo, I haven't had a lot of those experiences. Like, it might have been, like, petty-ass personal shit, but it ain't never been nothing where it's like, oh, my gosh, like, it just stuck with me. Like, nah, not none of my exes. Like, for real, like, a lot of my exes, it wasn't really all bad experiences.
Yeah, and not to be, I can't say too much because. Anyway,
what constitutes as an ex? Is it like somebody you was dealing with, or like somebody I was really involved? I had a full-blown relationship, and
I mean, but see, the dealing with part is kind of case by case. Because if you're dealing with somebody like a one-night stand, no, I'm not talking about that. But if you quote-unquote dealing with somebody for a year, that's a relationship that y'all just ain't claiming each other. Call it what you want. You know, it's not the standard definition of relationship, but you've been still dealing with this person, you know, even if it is just sex and it's consensual and it's mutual, and y'all, that's just the nature of y'all relationship. It's been a year though. You know, you can't act like in some way y'all don't have some feelings for each other. You do. You know, and that's just keeping it real. I know I think the worst thing that happened to me, man, is like I said, I got hit by a car once. Old girl had really did something foul. I mean, maybe the foulest thing that she could have done. And I jumped in front of the car while she was parked, and I was like, hold on, don't go nowhere. And she put that boy in drive, and she didn't full on hit me because I jumped on the hood, but she had every intention of running me over.
Yeah,
that
was
not a good look.
Like, all my situations is all extreme. Like, it ain't. It's all just wild shit.
Life, bruh. The rest of us,
my life is not fucking perfect. My life is not perfect,
bro. Well, when it comes to the ladies, man, like you know, like you own some other.
I've been heartbroken in life twice.
Have you, bro? You been heartbroken?
Yeah. Actually, once.
How'd you deal with it?
And I was honestly, I just got.
See, your phone went out right quick. You said you just got what?
More women. Like, I pretty much fed I pretty much rebuilt my ego, and I rebuilt my ego
through other women.
Through absolutely.
So you took advantage of other women as a result of
I definitely didn't take advantage.
Okay, I don't mean to take advantage in the illegal sense, but what I'm saying is emotionally.
No, I had exclusive relationships with several women, and while rebuilding myself up.
That's like an oxymoron, bro. How you gonna have exclusive relationships with several women?
What you mean? Like,
you're not being exclusive.
I'm exclusively with you right now. I'm gonna come to your house later on tonight exclusively. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a relationship.
You're getting your heart break by whoring yourself out, for lack of a better term.
No, practicing.
Practicing, okay. If that's how you want to characterize it, we'll roll with practicing. All right, did it work though?
It worked to an extent, and then it kind of got to the point where I was like, you know, I just didn't want to be bothered with nobody, and you know, then I took a whole nother route. I went, you know, I was like, you know, when Martin went to go find himself and shit, you know, I grew my hair out, and, you know, all types of shit. You know, I was celibate. You know, And
really does.
I had real shit. I had to figure,
Okay.
I had to figure some things out in life, and I just kind of decided what I wanted for myself at this point in time, until otherwise.
And that's crazy. Like, most guys won't admit no shit like that. We won't say we was celibate. We'll be like, we in a drought.
Nah, see, I ain't no.
And there's
I don't mean to say it like that. Yeah, I don't mean to say it like that. Yeah, I ain't never had a drought. Like, if I choose that
really,
shit,
bro,
it's all
never,
by choice.
You never,
man. I mean,
like never.
Nah, it's no grown ass man. No.
Oh my God, bro, that's some. I'm telling you, man, you fucking Juan Valdez, perfect coffee drinking. I don't even, man. Damn, man. I'm upset.
Yo, not as no
life,
grown
bro.
ass man. You talking
Never?
about as
Oh man, that's gotta be.
Everything was by choice.
Is there an ex that is? I'm trying to think. Is there an ex? Like, I have been a really horrible person to be with at times in my life. Like, when the women at whatever holiday that you may not celebrate, but the family is gathered for something, and the women get to talking about men. And them dudes that they bring up that is like the example of who not the fuck with types. I may be that guy in a couple of houses. I'm just saying. And I'm not trying to I'm not trying to say that, to be funny or nothing. I have grown, I would like to think, and I have matured, I would like to think. But yeah, man, there was a time where I was in a really bad space, and I made some really bad decisions, and that had an effect on people. You feel me? So
yeah,
I wonder what my worst ex would think of me now as the person that I am, and not to say that as like I want to get back with her. No, I don't. Just as would the growth be evident, like I think it is. You know what I'm saying? Like those are one of the people that have seen you at your worst.
Yeah, I feel you.
And
some people will always remember you for who or what you were, not necessarily what you are. You know what I mean? Like you'll always, sometimes you'll always just be that ain't shit nigga. You know what I'm saying? In some people's eyes, and ain't nothing you can do about that shit. So like me personally, I give a rat's ass about what whatever my worst ex think about me. You know what I mean? Like,
that's an
just
interesting
me, though.
question to ask people, though. Like,
no doubt about it.
That you, and not even just necessarily an ex, as far as y'all being in love or whatnot, but just the person that you've had the worst relationship with.
Yeah.
What would they think of you currently? And I know that's totally off topic, but if you ever listen to the show, it happens sometime. And shout out to those two people that's in the chat room on YouTube. Y'all some dope motherfuckers.
Like, would they even really admit it though? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna have to be like, it's gonna have like growth gonna have to take place in that individual to even be able to even say those words out their mouth. You know what I mean? And that don't happen to everybody.
Not necessarily. It's not everybody has got like some type of mantra or some type of saying that gets them over the hump, so to speak. Some people just work through it and they don't talk about it, but you can see the change.
Yeah.
So like with me, it's always a little bit of a gray area somewhere, and that's just because I try to look at everything from every aspect, But I'm trying to think. As far as it being, and I think I've been a good ex to some people. I think I've been taken advantage of, and that be the problem. It's like when you get taken advantage of, when you feel like you are giving it your all, and she totally plays you. With a guy, that shit scorns you, and it's like one really bad relationship for a guy may ruin his next decade with women.
Absolutely. That was my life. That was my life. Man, I was a simp ass nigga, man, long time ago. Simp ass. I ain't gonna say I was a simp. I was just young and ain't know no better.
Okay. You fall in love
saying?
and you got hurt, and so for what, 10 years after that, it was just on to the next.
Nah, it's been more than 10 years. I ain't gonna say it's just been on to the next, but I've definitely had those pockets of life where it's been, like, shit, I'm out here. You know what I mean?
And you know what? As long as you're being honest with the women, that's not a problem. And it's just when you start taking advantage of other people's situations. And because one thing I would tell women all the time is stop telling me what your ex did that was messed up. Because you're just giving me a roadmap to do you worse.
Right.
And they never thought about it. They'd be like, oh. But see, now I know the fucked up shit he did because you done told me already, and I look like a good guy for telling me to stop saying it. Or telling her to stop saying it. Yeah, I had it figured out. I had a routine. I had a system.
Right.
But then I got hurt. And, man, that shit was like, that may have been the most consistent pain that I've ever had when I really, really got hurt. And that shit lasted a long time.
See, I only experienced that type pain, like, post-divorce. You know what I'm saying? Like, while going through my divorce, and probably my next relationship after. I've only felt that pain twice. You know what I'm saying? But that shit do hurt. That shit definitely hurt.
Were you the reason that you got a divorce? And I'll say this. I have been the reason for the divorce.
I was responsible.
Honest.
I was responsible, in my opinion, for like, like 52% of my divorce.
52.
Yeah, like 52%.
Okay, I give you that. So you would say, even by a slight margin, but it's still the majority. It was mostly your fault.
Nah, I didn't say all that.
Well, 52% is more than 50, bro. That's acknowledging that it was slightly more your fault than hers.
All right, so I gave it an extra 2% just so I'm not being biased. You know what I'm saying? I would feel like if I just, you feel me?
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm just taking a little bit more blame, you know what I mean, for the conversation's sake, because I might just be saying it from a biased point of view. So,
you know it make a difference why y'all break up, too. That makes a huge difference. Like, if somebody cheated on somebody and y'all break up, there's a lot of animosity and a lot of hate that may never go away. But if, let's say, y'all was young when y'all got together and y'all just grew apart, y'all still got love for each other, but it ain't the same, and y'all mutually agree, y'all might be good the rest of y'all life.
Okay, all right. Let's just say, right, a situation happened and cheating transpired while you're dating, right?
Uh-huh.
And, all right, so you bring all that shit to the table, you discuss it. Even go to the extent to say, hey, look, I know I fucked up, right? So This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you some time and let you figure out what it is that you really want, but I just want you to know that I want to work this out. You know what I mean? I don't want to be in your face and, like, kind of making the situation worse for what it is right now. So when you're ready to talk, I'm here. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And you do that, and you decide you're going to stay together and work it out, you get married, and the minute you get married, all you hear about
is the shit you did before y'all got married.
Is the shit you did before you got married. You know what I mean? And I'm like, nigga, I just made a whole legal ass bond. You know what I'm saying? With you, because I thought we was over this shit, and then, you know, come to find out, this is a real issue. And
so now you feeling like they married you to punish you.
Facts.
That is some real shit right there.
Yeah.
And I bet it's a lot of people out there that can relate to that. You know
what I'm saying?
Or the whole it's always your fault type.
It's kind of like, after a nigga say I do, like, what else is it that I could possibly do to show you that I'm here for you outside of give you my fucking kidney? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's real though.
And if like,
and I guess, and you know what? I guess that and if it's a woman out there that's listening, call up and let us hear a female perspective. You know, we don't want to be too biased about this shit, but you know what? Dudes don't get a chance to really get shit off their chest. And if us talking about shit that happened to us help some brother out there, so be it. Let's ride with it. You know. And share the show if you can for us. Man, I done fucked around and lost my whole train of thought, bruh. My whole train of thought. I'm over here looking at my phone and shit. I'm blaming it on my phone. Whatever the case, I lost my whole train. Where was we at, bruh?
Yeah.
You know what I was about to talk about. The way men and women look at things is totally different. And the older I get, I won't say I understand women more, because that would just be, completely, that would be an abject lie. But I get them more a little bit. It doesn't make it less, the things that irritate me don't dissipate any more much. But it makes me able to deal with them better. But that came through a lot of heartache that I personally caused, and that was caused upon me. And then when it was caused upon me, I think because I was such a fuck up to other people that I allowed the damage being caused to me to go on longer than necessary, because I felt like I deserved it.
Yeah, I've been there.
And it's like, at what point, it's hard to forgive yourself for some things.
Absolutely.
And other people is predators out there, and make no mistake about it, there's female and male predators out there that can sniff that emotional instability in you, and they look you out, they seek you out, because they know they can get what they want from you. And they do, typically. Loving yourself is the beginning of being a better ex. Because a lot of times, especially in situations where we felt like we got taken advantage of, it's because we ain't love ourselves. So I felt you on the... when you said you were celibate. I didn't believe that shit, not with you, but I felt it though. Like, sometimes you got to back up. You got to say, no, I'm cool.
Yo, all right. Like, my thinking was, I've done everything, not everything wrong with this frame of mind, but it was more so like, so one of my exes, kind of suggested it to me, because she was like, you got this whole crazy ass situation going on, and the common denominator is you, but she's like, it's not just you, it's what you're doing. And I had to take a step back and It was more about a peace of mind for me. It was just I had my energy scattered in too many places in order to do anything efficiently. You know, I was just spread so thin, I wasn't able to get nothing accomplished.
Did you cry when you got a divorce? I'm curious.
I never cried. Like,
really? I have cried my
I ain't never cried. Like, I was ready. I was ready to get my divorce over with because I thought the bullshit would stop. You know what I'm saying? Like all the little petty shit. I thought that shit would stop once we got the divorce. Like, it only got worse. So.
My bad. My bad, but
it just got worse.
It get worse.
Yeah, it got. Man, listen. I'm a super involved dad, man. You know, so it's just little shit. You know what I mean? If it's one thing with the kids, you know, it's just always something, man. Just always something. I ain't even knocking my ex when it comes to that. I ain't knocking. It's just always something. You know, I ain't gonna go no more than that.
I feel you on that, man. And
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But
I respect the diplomacy.
Yeah, it just got worse though. Like it just didn't go how I thought it was gonna go. I thought it would be like, oh, all right. Like, my frame of mind was, I never filed no paperwork. She filed the paperwork. So my frame of mind was, yo, if you went out your way to go file this paper with these people, like, you had to pay out of pocket to do that shit. Like, you really want this shit. So when it came my way, I signed it. Why would I love you. Why would I want to hold you up from doing anything that you will go out of your way to do in regards to me? So I signed the shit and gave it back. So when it's time for me to get my divorce, I already accepted it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
I cried like the biggest baby on the planet, bruh. I'm not even going to hold you up. I'm talking ugly cry, too.
I knew I was getting divorced when I came home and I had no plate in the microwave. Like, I knew some shit was up. Like, I swear to God, I knew it. Kids eating good. I came home. You know what I'm saying? Came home and shit. She didn't cook. And she cooked my favorite shit. You know what I mean? Kids ate and shit. Like, oh, my God, Daddy, this food was so delicious, blah, blah, blah. Nigga, open that microwave.
Nothing.
I was like, hold the fuck up. Niggas asking questions and shit like, hey, let's talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's talk about this. Look, you go a little too far now. You know, but like I knew that. All jokes aside, like I kind of knew that. Like,
how long is too long to hold on?
I think when you know you're doing something, you feel foolish. If you feel any type of foolishness, if you feel like a fool, it ain't worth it.
I mean, but don't we all feel like a fool in a relationship at some point, though?
No. Listen, when it's right, no, you ain't really gotta do a whole lot to it. Like, I know some people who just don't argue.
Where they at?
They don't argue. Motherfuckers agree to disagree and keep that shit moving.
Where they at, bro? Prove it.
Stress out about nothing.
Everybody, we all do. That's what we do. We stress out about nothing a lot of times, man. And we done had the silliest arguments. We all had. Point these people out. They do not exist, bro. They aliens.
Nah, man. Like,
they aliens.
Sometimes that shit just don't be worth it. Like, who the fuck really want to go to sleep angry and wake up with a headache? Like, who
I don't think
anybody
wants to, but I just don't believe that anybody, and I'll say that's been in a relationship 5 years. I'll give them 5 years. if you've been in a relationship at least 5 years, you've had an argument at some point. Now, the way you describe it to other people, you may not say argument because that sounds confrontational. You may say disagreements.
A disagreement. Okay, all right, I'll give you that.
Right. You may try to pleasant it up if that's that don't even make sense. But you may want to try to make it sound better to other folk, and I understand that because you don't want to put your significant other out there like that. But yeah, I don't recall anybody that's just that I believe. Actually, I take that back. I think it may have been one couple that I honestly have come across in my life that I honestly believed that they never had an argument. Which is, so I can't say it doesn't exist, but the odds of that happening are so minuscule, and it's not rare. Necessarily the arguments; it's the retention of the arguments that be the problem. When the argument turns into the argument over and over and over.
Right. Like, I'm definitely not trying to argue about the same shit. Like, I ain't with none of that.
But that's what we do. We all do it. To an extent, we have to check ourselves on it.
Listen, bro, I don't argue no more.
You're in a different situation. So, it's not, I get that, but when you marry, it's like, okay, now you have to learn how to argue with each other. Because the way you argue with someone else, it's going to be different.
Yeah, fair.
Some people go for the jugular all the time. Some people, okay, I've said this before. This is how they responded. If I want the same response, I'm gonna say the same shit. You play the long run. The slow game. But don't let it be an argument about the same thing month after month. It becomes part of y'all relationship DNA.
Right. And that's it's an unbalanced relationship. Like there's no type of balance. I was in one of those relationships, and it was either we loved the shit out of each other, or
y'all hated each other.
Right.
I think a lot of
one
us
or the other. That shit's so fucking unhealthy, though, bro. Like I dead ass. I've never had this issue or anything. When I was married, I dead ass had anxiety issues. Like, I swear to God, I thought it was a period in time where I thought I was having fucking heart attacks, and I was going to the emergency room, and I was getting EKGs like a motherfucker, bro, or everything I love, and they be looking at me like, man, if you don't get your bitch ass the fuck up out of this ER, ain't nothing wrong with you. And I was just stressed the fuck out from being married. Like, from just everything I was going, I'm talking about I was dead ass in shape. Cut like a bag of dope. Nothing wrong with me. You know what I mean?
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but only I was, I thought I was having fucking heart attacks and shit. I was having panic attacks while I was just laying in the fucking bed next to my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But it was a real rap. That's why, and I ain't like I said, I'm not justifying the shit I did, but I'm just being real about it. That type of shit is what kept me away. You know what I'm saying? Like, me knowing this shit I ain't never talked to nobody about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would stay the fuck away from home because it's saying what's going on was going to fucking kill me. You know what I mean? It felt like it. Why I was hanging out. You know what I mean? Which is why I ended up in some of the situations I was in. Like, my divorce was just a whole different experience for me. It was the first, because I've only been married once, but it wasn't as tragic for me. It was more so like, about goddamn time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to live.
That's some deep shit right there, bro.
Hey, man, I told you I'm number 3, bro. I told you, man. I'm number 3, man.
Hey, that's top 5, though, man. I would not even rank in the first, I don't know, billion. We talking about the most interesting person in the universe. Rome has got to be top 5. Got to be in the top 5. And me, on the other hand, I'm right after China. I think I'm good after China.
It just is like life experiences, man. Like, you just, like, some shit is just made to happen to you. And it's about being able to accept whatever your path is. Like, when you realize what your path is in life, man, it makes the shit a lot easier. It makes a lot more sense. Like, I understand my marriage, like, everything now. Like, I have a way better understanding of it now. Ever since I had a chance to step back and look at it. You know what I mean? With me not being involved, like, how I was raised, you know what I mean, who I was raised by, like, all that shit plays a factor in everything that I went through in that situation.
Yeah, you grew up.
Yeah.
And we should all go through that. I won't say that we all do, but we should experience that same growth, relationship or otherwise. And just as a person, an individual, you should be able to absorb the fact that you are not perfect. And that's the problem that we have in today's society, is that we have a lot of people out here that honestly believe they are infallible. And those are the most toxic people you can come across, if you ask me. And let me put this out there. We ain't no experts. We ain't no shrinks. We ain't no doctors. We just two brothers having a conversation about exes, relationships, the whole nine. If you'd like to call in, the number is 347-855-8692. You got to press 1 to get on air. I think that's about it. All right. My bad for interrupting. Go ahead, bro.
I forgot what I was saying, honestly.
I ain't the only one here. Oh my goodness!
No, but it just boils down to, like, my situation was different. You know what I mean? Just like, everybody's got a different situation. But
Fact.
me, I had I took on a lot of burdens that I didn't have to, but that I felt like I needed to.
Right.
Just because of who I am. You know what I'm saying? And regardless, like, I ain't gonna say like my marriage. I ain't gonna make it like my marriage was like holy hell, because, like I said, it definitely had its moments where it was like I wouldn't trade that shit for the fucking world. I've had those moments as well too. So I'd be a fucking liar to sit up here and say anything less than that. But for all the shit that I endured, yeah, it was definitely an experience that, like, I wouldn't recommend for the next motherfucker. You know what I mean? I wouldn't tell nobody else to do that shit. It just depends on where you're at in life. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Marriage ain't for everybody. Like, I'm anti-marriage now. Fuck that.
Just don't get
I'm
married.
Totally anti-marriage. Nah, man.
I mean, but you know what? That's gonna change, bruh.
Nah, it's not. I'm looking for a spirit wife.
What's a spirit wife?
I don't know, but it just sounds good. I don't know.
Yeah, your ass fuck around and see a ghost tonight, and you gonna be like, "No, I'm cool on the spirit wife."
I believe it's just a God and a spiritual connection, some type of spiritual connection with the individual lady that you're not legally bonded to.
And most women would consider it a cop-out. I'm just saying. I don't know that that's going to necessarily be successful with most women, although I know that there are some women that are totally in tune with that.
Yo, facts. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, just some shit ain't for certain things just ain't for everybody anymore, man. And I think marriage is one of those things that have been devalued in society now.
True. That's true.
So it's kind of, the circumstances are just different now. Like before then, like marriage was supposed to be, this holy union and this, that, and the third. Well, what if you don't believe in none of that shit? You know what I mean? Like, what if you can have everything that a marriage will actually offer you
without
being married? Without being married. And that's just kind of like where I'm at with it now. Like, nah. Like, if we get some shit together, like, we could write our own contract and do our own thing, you know what I mean, discuss terms with that.
So wait, you would actually approach a woman with a contract?
Listen, what do you think a marriage license is? It's a contract.
Right, but why? So why the contract as opposed to just getting married?
Why can't we just have the contract and the ceremony without the legal contract? It's the same shit.
It is not. It's like you play marriage. Like you want to do everything, but make it legal.
It's exclusive dating.
So you're gonna ask her to contractually marry you to the idea of exclusively dating you.
It's more so like, no, I'm not saying a contract to date me. I'm saying a contract like if we bought a house together.
I mean, but that's literally what you're saying. It's a contract to date you.
Because that's a business. That's a business obligation. It ain't got nothing to do with our relationship. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be when we married.
Okay.
So why not have some of the benefits of marriage and not necessarily have to be fucking married? Like,
it just seems like a lot of effort to not get married. If that's the case, don't go through none of that shit. Just be girlfriend and boyfriend or whatever, man and woman, whatever you want to call yourselves, forever. Which actually works for some people.
The Bible says that
what?
any woman that you sleep with becomes your wife.
Man, do not get the Bible involved in your shenanigans, bruh.
Now, I'm not the one that thinks with that type of mind frame. I didn't say shenanigans, man. This is real rap, bro. Like, I don't understand. Like, if the goal is not to get married, then you trying to say that, like, people who've been in multi-year relationships are wasting their time? Like, what if I just don't want to fucking get married? What if I just want to be with you, but not have no legal ties to you? It ain't got shit to do with I don't love you no less or any of that. I just don't want that shit because I've been through it before and it wasn't a good experience for me. It's almost saying, like, because you got on a roller coaster the first time and it got stuck while you was on it, you should get back on that motherfucker. Fuck no. I'm not getting on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
And that's okay. Long as that works for you and whoever you with, because I've literally met old couples that been together for 30, 40 years, and I always ask them, what's the secret? I don't know, we just never got around to it. Never got married, and it worked for them. So I'm not. I don't want you to take it like I'm putting somebody down because no, they ain't gonna get married. But if you're going to go to the extent to what you explained, you might as well just get married. Like that's basically just not getting married. It's like you working harder to not get married than you would if you got married.
Exactly, but what if I'm going to that extent to avoid the headache of being married?
But how? I don't get it. Like how is it being legal in the eyes of the land a problem?
Like if we what? Man, listen. Tiger Woods' wife got $500 million.
Yes, she did.
Because he got some side ass. Are you serious?
I
That's
think that
why.
would be a contract that she signed, though.
She ain't signed no prenup. See, if she signed a prenup, if she signed a contract prior to, she wouldn't have got that much money. She'd have got like 50, something like that. She got $500 million, bro, because he decided that he wanted to be Tiger Woods and be great. You're a great nigga. Like, she got $500 million.
Okay, so in your contract, would infidelity be attached to some type of monetary punishment?
It shouldn't be.
Like, how do you deal with that in your contract? Or the contract is saying y'all exclusively date, right?
Right.
Okay, so how do y'all deal with that? Let's say she cheats on you. That's okay?
The contract void.
Okay, you cheat on her. What happens?
That's negotiating the contract. It's all what you negotiate. Like, what's... God, it's all about what you negotiate. What's cheating?
Wait a minute. So, off rip, you being sexist?
No. Off rip, I'm being selfish.
Okay, all right. I'll give you that. That's true. Off rip, you being selfish.
Yeah.
Understood.
Off rip, I'm being selfish.
And you should be to an extent.
But listen, and I know how fucked up it sounds with me saying this, but guess what? I don't give a fuck because it don't change how I feel. You know what I'm saying? It don't change how I feel, even though I know it's fucked up. I say this shit all the time, bro. I'm pro hypocrisy. When it comes to that shit, that's just me right then and there. You feel me? It's always you
ain't nothing wrong
with
that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, you gotta
right.
be true to who you are.
And absolutely.
I don't care what type of person you are. You could save little kittens from burning homes, adopt 1 million kids, and save half the planet, and somebody still gonna hate on you. You know, and unfortunately, if you did all of that shit, the other half of the planet would probably hate you. You get more hate than anybody else. That's the sad part. I know it had nothing to do with the topic, but that was just some real shit.
Yeah, so like it's all what you negotiate in the contract. Like for me,
I can see that. I don't see how
you know
you just present that shit though. Like, hey baby, y'all sitting up Netflix and chilling and shit. You like, I got this contract that I'm thinking that we could sign. You know how I am about marriage, but I really want to be exclusive. So if I can get you to sign right here, and you pull out your little notary pad and shit, like, we're going to notarize that right quick.
Yeah, fact.
And you going to give her a copy on the spot, huh?
So, listen, everything is a business decision going for, in 2019 going forward, everything's a business move, man.
And she's able to add to this contract, though.
It's all what you negotiate. It depends on, like, if I get to that status with somebody, she's going to be a black belt in my bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, in the school of Jerome, she'll have a black belt and know me like the back of her fucking hand. You know what I mean? Like.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind that then.
Now, what if she comes to you with this contract? It's all in what you negotiate, right?
It's all what you negotiate. So
right. What's a no for you? Like, we ain't doing this.
Sexual contact with anybody else. Anybody else, even like a motherfucker you thought you was gonna entertain or something. You know what I mean? Or you bumped into whatever. Just be real with me.
Right.
And I respect that. I respect that more than anything. You know what I mean? Just be real with me and say, hey, because this is what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the same shit that I'm gonna do. I'm like, hey, I met this person. This happened. That happened. I feel like this, and this could possibly happen. And you gotta make an executive decision. It's either I'm gonna deal with it or I'm going to buy. I'm going to leave. You know what I'm saying? And you have to make it.
It still would be awkward just coming to somebody with a contract for a relationship. That's just weird. But if you just tuned in, we I know the title say Confessions of an Ex. We was chopping it up about, some of our exes and, just relationships in general. But if you want to call up and join the conversation, the number is 347-855-8692. You do got to press 1 to get on air. And I think we are going to shut it down a little early tonight. So if you want to call in, you might want to take advantage of that now. Just because, for one, I wanted to make sure that this Ethernet was working correctly. And thus far, the live streams have been pretty flawless. As far as sonically, I can hear it anytime I turn my phone up. I hear it pretty clearly. And let me know if for some reason that it is not a clear stream and you can't hear us clearly. And shout out to that one person who is currently watching us in YouTube. Oh, my bad. I think it's 2 people. Shout out to y'all. I can't see who the hell y'all are, but do me a favor and hit that like button. And what's the other thing? The notification bell. I never say that shit. And subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And please do something better with life because you clearly are way too bored. No, I'm just messing with you, sort of. But if you had a bad relationship, call us up. I want to hear about your shit. I want to hear about the worst relationship that you have ever had and the worst you have been in a relationship. Like, who out there is listening has been the fucked up ex? Call up and tell us why. 347-855-8692. Who out there has been done so wrong that they still working on recuperating from what somebody did to them in a relationship? Call up. The number is 347-855-8692. I ran out of little slogans, bro.
I don't think everybody gonna keep it real about that though. Like,
I mean, it's not like I'm asking for their DNA. I'm not gonna know who they are.
Yeah. Now I done did some. See, and then I had a stint. Where I was just I was indulging in the side nigga shit. You know what I mean? So it's like
you are a male whore.
I wouldn't go that far. I prefer side nigga. No, I wasn't a male whore. You know what I mean? It like I was fucking Deuce Bigelow or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I just
pause that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just had a situation.
So you were the side piece. I remember you told us you was, for a minute there, you was like the king of being a side piece.
I was a career
some
side
weird
nigga.
shit to hear a brother say, bro. I'm not gonna get used to that one.
I was a career side nigga for about like 5-6 years. I had a little stint.
That's a long ass time of side piecing. That's gotta be, man. That's gotta be like side piece Hall of Fame.
Yo, you serious? Hell no, man. I know.
Why would somebody want to be a side piece for all that time? I don't get it.
Yo, listen. If it's a situation in which you win, right? What if you just win, right? Ain't no downside for you. It's just a win-win situation, right? Why wouldn't you indulge? Like, why not? Like, listen, whatever your situation is your situation. I am not part of that equation. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is that me and you got is what me and you got. And I keep that shit moving. Like, whatever your situation is, you got to handle that shit. Just like I got to handle whatever my situation is.
That don't say nothing about you, though, as a person, that you got to sneak around with somebody else's woman.
No, because I'm not asking her for shit. If she's giving it to me, That's one thing. It's one thing to go pursue another man, woman. If another man, woman offering you some shit, that's a little different.
So you just minding your own business, roam the plug, just walking to the corner store, whistling to himself and enjoying life, and all the women that pass him are throwing their drawers at Rome.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
that's pretty
me
much
being
what
somewhere.
you said.
No, what I'm saying is me minding my business. Me just coincidentally meeting a young lady, and we kick it off.
Coincidentally, okay.
And we kick it off or whatever. And now, if she don't let me know she got a situation, that's one thing too.
Yeah,
I might just get to the. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like everybody ain't that up front. Like, listen, if she gonna give it to you, she gonna give it to you, whether she got a man or not. That's just what it is. Like,
morally speaking, you don't think that's wrong?
I think a lot of things are wrong that people do.
I didn't ask you that.
But
I'm
listen,
talking about, like you being a side piece, morally speaking, you don't think that's wrong?
I think morally speaking, if the dude in the shoe was on the other foot and he had an opportunity to smash my chick, he would.
That's not what I'm asking you, though.
That's like, what do you? That's my answer. Like, no. Like, listen. I'm not knocking. I get like gonna go hunt down some dude who him and his woman completely fine and whatever they got going is what they got going on, but she happy and the dude hunt her down and start dealing with her. I don't agree with that. Now, I think that if a woman approaches me and we kick it off and we spark something and she unhappy in whatever her situation is, I ain't got shit to do with that.
But you do got something to do with that because you are part of the unhappiness in the situation.
No, I'm making her happy. Like, she gonna come back happy.
So let me ask you this then: could you then have a relationship with her if she decides she was gonna dump the dude that she was with?
All right, so I can't say no right offhand. It depends on the relationship. Now, I've been in this situation before where I upgraded a side piece to try to be like the main, and it just ain't worked for me because like I already knew that she had already accepted less than the best. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like I couldn't look at it any different, regardless of how I was treating her. I treated her the same or whatever. Actually, I treated her better, but I couldn't look at her beyond like
mentally unside piece her.
No, because she already accepted less.
So you look down on her for being a side piece, basically.
No, listen. Everybody not fucking main material. They're just not. That's just what it is. Everybody's not husband and wife material.
So there are some people that are born to live and die as a side piece.
Yes. Yes. Some people will be career side pieces. That's just real shit.
Man, that's sad.
You just gotta find your lane. Like I don't know. Like that was my lane for a little bit. You know what I mean? When I wanted more, I went and got more. You know, but prior to that, I didn't want all that commitment. I didn't want all that responsibility. I didn't want all that fucking grief. Like, so I'll just.
I mean, that can be some dangerous shit to do, though, too, man. Like, you could be potentially adding grief to your life. And don't get me wrong, I've cheated before, you know, decades ago, long, you know, far away galaxy. But in the end, it requires, you know, a lot of schemey shit, a lot of lying. You know, it's unfair to me and to her and whoever I'm with cheating it just wasn't worth it.
Listen, I understand. And I mean, it just becomes, I don't know, man. Like, everybody's different. It's different situations. Like, it's just different circumstances for shit. And I ain't even trying to advocate for cheating. I'm just only speaking from my point of view, like, where I was at points of times in my life. You know what I mean? So I just got a different perspective on certain things where it's like, but I can see the other side, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you got a perfect life right about now, though.
No, man. Listen, man. My life's not perfect. Like, my life's definitely not perfect.
Yo, is she listening?
No, she's not listening. I don't think so.
She does not exist. I do not believe it. Yeah, it's too perfect.
Listen, man.
It makes no sense.
Listen, you know, some people, like, sometimes dreams do come true, bro. You know, sometimes they do.
And totally off topic. Why I just see some news station posted a doorbell camera of this guy licking somebody's doorbell for 3 straight hours. What is wrong? Like, just shoot that man.
Right, exactly.
And like allegedly, I don't even know how to say that. No, I'm not advocating any violence. So don't get mad at me for that. My bad. But it was just looking at it, like, dude looked nuts.
Like, mental illness is real, bro. Like, it's definitely real. It's at an all-time high.
That's a whole
other
story right there.
Yeah. And it's just one of them things. It's like, you don't, like, well, he wanted to look at my doorbell for 3 hours because I'd have whooped his ass after like 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And like, he just wouldn't have been there that long if it was my shit. You know, but, yo, it's weird. This shit's just going to get weirder and weirder, yo, by the day. Like, I hate to say get used to it.
I don't know if I really want to engage nobody that will lick my doorbell.
Yo, he had to be high on something. That's what it is. He had to be high on something.
3 hours.
That nigga probably thought he was in motherfucking Willy Wonka chocolate factory and shit. You walk around licking doorbells, bro, like, for 3 hours, like, you had to be hallucinating. He had to be hallucinating on something.
He had to be on something. Yeah, I would agree on that. And I know that's got nothing to do with nothing. My bad, fam. You know, I sometimes, I just go in a whole different direction. Oh, well. But everything is perfect. I think we good, bro. I'm going to shut it down early tonight, man, and go take me a nap and eat me some chili and wait for my beautiful wife to get home.
I'm about to go eat
because I, on the other hand, did not just hand her a homemade-ass contract that said, I love you. Let us be exclusive.
Hey, and listen, and look, I'm happy that worked out for y'all. But for me,
yeah, well, let me know how this contract works out for you, bro. I need to know this.
Hey,
we're
man,
gonna have to come back and do a whole new episode on that contract alone.
Listen. Whenever I do it, I'll invite y'all to my fake ass wedding.
All right, that's a bet.
Right.
We gonna show up. we gonna show the fuck up. Like what?
Right. Well, I'll invite y'all to my fucking my spirit
wedding.
Your
anti-wedding.
Right, to my anti-wedding.
You had that boy in a cemetery or something.
You know, we sit
already
around.
Dead.
You know, it's just gonna be unconventional and shit. You know, we're gonna have a Uno tournament, and
That's actually kind of dope.
you know, yeah. Look, don't try to bite my shit, bro. You know, we do wedding events too. We do live events, man.
You can't go wrong with it,
You can't.
Excuse me.
You know what? Yeah, some dice clacking. You know, Uno tournament.
That's not a bad idea though. I ain't trying to be nowhere where they shooting dice though, bro. It just no. Nope. Nah. If it ain't the casino, bro, I'm cool. Gotta say, way too many dice games go from friend to foe in 1 point.
Oh yeah, you already know that though. You already know.
You know. But shit, man. Hey, give your shout outs, man. Let's wrap it up and be out of here.
Already. Shout out Keys Development. Shout out 300 Gangsters. Everybody in Baltimore trying to make a change, man. Salute to y'all. And that's all I got, man. We'll holler at y'all Thursday.
No doubt, man. And we got a really powerful show lined up for Thursday, and that's kind of like why we did this one today, just to kind of make sure everything is running. Because, like I said, I had a couple of things we had to fix on the computer situation. Got those resolved. Shout out to Black Outstanding Radio, Through the Knowledge Radio, The Rundown with Renee, and yours truly, My Skin is My Sin. And we got the website. Hopefully, it's getting worked on, and hopefully we'll be able to relaunch it and really put some numbers up there. So, wow, this is really dope. Oh, my bad. I was just looking in the book. I'm trying to think who else. Shout out to Designs by Monet.com. Check out emeraldshell.com. I think that's it. Oh, damn, my fault, Dario. I cannot remember the name. Goodness. I'm just having a serious brain fart. Anyway, and shout out to New Era Cleveland. Shout out to Koya.